Welcome back to Independent Blazers. I'm Dan.
And I'm Joe.
And today we're going to talk about the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight. But before we do, Joe?
Please, folks, like, subscribe, share, bang the notification button. It helps us. It also helps you. It also helps the algorithm. Please share with your family and friends. And please follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter. And Dan, today, we're going to give some post-fight analysis on Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. And there's a lot of reaction. A lot of people are outraged over this. And Dan, by any chance, did you watch this fight before we get into it?
Yes, I did. And
what were your impressions? Before I give mine, what were yours?
My impression was that Mike Tyson was just going to knock him out within the first round. But then again, I'm super biased because, well, I grew up with Mike Tyson when he was both an icon and, well, a force to be reckoned with and a lot of other things. But anyway, I thought Mike Tyson was going to annihilate Jake Paul sooner than later.
I'm glad you said. Now, keep going. If you have any more to say, go ahead. I don't want to cut you.
Well, because of the previous threats he made and all that, how he said, "Oh yeah, I could take him" when he used to look a lot more fragile. Jake Paul, I mean. And also, I thought something bad was gonna happen to him because he also once commented negatively on Mike Tyson's dead daughter, and that's a hit below the belt. And I thought, oh man. I thought Mike Tyson was going to do some serious damage to him in or out of the ring for that.
Well, I'll say this, Dan. I wasn't surprised at all. Someone who followed boxing for years, and look, when I was younger, I wasn't a pro fighter. I did a little bit in the Navy. We did a little thing called smokers. Look, folks, impression number one, Mike Tyson is 58 years old. Father Tyson is undefeated, okay? Soon as I saw him coming to the ring with a knee brace on, I'm like, oh, when he was walking down to the ring. And I don't care how hard you train. Eventually, Father Time's going to beat you. Look, for a 58-year-old man, Mike Tyson can probably knock a lot of people out in the 50 and over club. But once you get old, you lose your reflexes. You know, maybe you still have some power. You don't move like you once did. Heck, sometimes me just getting up out of a chair, my knees hurt, my hips hurt. And yeah, granted, some of that is I got to lose some more weight. So for all you out there going to comment, I'll beat you too. I'll beat you trolls to it. But the point is, he's 58 years old. After round two, if you notice, after round two, Ray Jones is even commenting. He didn't like the way his legs looked. And he was having trouble with his mouthpiece. So you could tell, I could tell already. My concern was, I just didn't want to see him get knocked out. So,
yeah,
look,
concur.
So for those of you who thought, are outraged, look, I think there was some showmanship in this. Okay? One, Jake Paul's a marketer. Look, say what you want about Jake Paul, but he is a brilliant, him and his brother, what they managed to do on social media and build a business empire, you can't knock it. They changed the whole game. These brothers are making millions of dollars. Okay, as far as business, you can't knock the Paul brothers. You can't knock it. Jake Paul is knocking it out of the park. However, had he faced a 27-year-old Mike Tyson, Tyson would have put this guy out in the first round.
I think he probably, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I think a 37-year-old Tyson would have put that guy in his grave. I mean,
kicked his ass inside of 2 rounds, easy. With Jake Paul, he's a brilliant marketer. But if he thinks he's going to be a heavyweight champion, let me tell you something. That guy can't beat a top 15 heavyweight right now. He can't. There's no way. Most fighters go through amateurs. They start really young. Even the journeyman fighters. The journeyman fighters would give Jake Paul a hard time. Look, I don't blame him. The guy's making money hand over fist. He's making more money than I'll ever freaking make. You can't doubt. But look, if he thinks he's gonna try to, eke his way to the heavyweight championship, he better start fighting some legit fighters. Right now, he can't beat a top 15 heavyweight. There's no way, no how. And then people say, do I think a fix was in? Absolutely. These two are laughing to the bank. Look, I think Jake Paul carried him the last few rounds. I think he won easy on Tyson. He won easy on him. Look, Jake Paul, how old is he? He's in his mid to late 20s.
He's 27, and Mike Tyson is 31 years older than him. So Mike Tyson, there's a bigger gap between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul than the number of years Jake Paul has lived so far. And so I won't call it a fair fight.
1986, Mike Tyson was the youngest heavyweight champion at 20 when he knocked out Trevor Burbick. When he knocked him out. He won when he won the heavyweight championship. 1988, he knocked out at his pinnacle of power. He knocked out Michael Spinks in the first round. Hey, that's when he was from 86 to 1990. He was a destructive force. Jake Paul is 27. He wasn't born until 1997. That's 11 years after Mike Tyson was, had won the heavyweight championship. He was born in 97 or 98. All I'm saying is a businessman,
97.
A businessman and marketer, Jake Paul's phenomenal. If he thinks he's just going to market his way to the heavyweight championship, look, dude, you're going to have to get an elbow grease and work. You're going to have to fight some journeyman heavyweights and work your way up the ladder. Because a lot of these boxers don't take shortcuts. They just don't do it. A lot of them start in amateurs. They start in the amateur ranks and work their way up. So keep that in mind. I do think there was a fix was in on it. I know some people disagree with me. I felt they're both laughing to the freaking bank.
Oh yeah.
I think Mike Tyson.
Tell me the truth.
20 to 40 million, something depending on what you read. Go ahead.
Yeah. I've wondered that myself, and there were some fights that I definitely think were fixed. Okay, this isn't the same fight, but do you remember when Evander Holyfield fought Lennox Lewis?
Yes.
And get this, it was obvious that Lennox Lewis was starting to win. At one point, Evander Holyfield's tiring, and Lennox Lewis is going super easy on him, so we thought, okay, it's obvious who won this one. Well, lo and behold, they say Evander Holyfield's the winner. And I'm like, now that had to be fixed.
Well, I think it was a draw. I can't remember. That's years ago. Obviously, Lennox Lewis.
It was Evander Holyfield won that one. I was like, what the, but so I'm not surprised because corruption and fixed fights and all that's very common in the boxing world, but usually to lesser known fighters.
People on Netflix were complaining. It was buffering. I had no problems personally with it. It didn't buffer one time. I watched the whole thing. Heck, the women's boxing was better than the actual fight itself. And for those people that are saying, well, Mike Tyson should have thrown more punches, look, man, try going in a boxing ring and shadow boxing for 8 2-minute rounds and see how many punches you want to throw. And again, I go back to the guy is almost 60 years old. The guy is 58. So it's not that easy just to say, while you're sitting on your couch, throw some punches. Ain't that easy to say. Now, for a 58-year-old man, he was in phenomenal shape. But once again, Father Time is undefeated. And for Jake Paul, if anything, I don't think this made him look good. It made him look, from a business sense, he made a lot of money. But if he wants to be a serious pro boxer, he needs to commit himself while he's still young enough and go down that path, because he probably has, at 27, I would say a good 5 years till 32. And then sometimes you start, depending on how your body is and how you are, you start showing age. So I think if he wants to try to make a run at it, I think he needs to start facing some heavyweights and working his way up the ranks while he's still young enough. Heck, he's a big name. He's made a lot of money. Their YouTube channel has millions and millions of subscribers. His brother is in the WWE, the World Wrestling Entertainment. His brother held the U.S. title.
Sure.
And again, as far as businessmen, these guys are phenomenal. Hell, they may even be cool guys in real life. I don't know. But look,
You know,
as far as
yeah, but I hate to, but to make fun of someone's dead child, though, that's, doesn't sound like a cool guy, in my opinion.
We're gonna look at it. I'm just responding to the post-fight. Maybe I'll do another video on that. I'm not down with that. If he did that, he's 100% wrong. But, yeah, and Mike Tyson's daughter, for those who don't know, I believe she died where something happened on a treadmill and a cable caught her. And that's what happened. That was tragic. She was 4 years old. So, yeah, kids are off limits. But as far as the fight itself, I don't know why people are complaining. I don't know what you were expecting. The bottom line is, if you have Netflix, you got to watch it. And it is what it is. It's a show. There's probably some element of pro wrestling in it where maybe the fix was in. And both of those guys, both Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, are laughing to the bank.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right.
And my advice to you, Mr. Paul, would be, look, you're at your prime physical peak right now, young man. I remember when I was 27. If you're going to be a boxer, start going down that path. Start by fighting some journeymen next 3 or 4 fights. And if you get by those guys and work your way up into the top 20, I say you got a 5-year period. It starts right now. I think these celebrity fights, if Jake Paul just wants to make a lot of money, which, hey, God bless him, he can do that, then keep fighting these celebrity fights. But if you say you want to be the heavyweight champion, then you better there's no taking a shortcut. There's no shortcuts. You have to fight legit heavyweights. Now, I granted, he's probably sparring people and training professional fighters, but I think you're gonna have to go down that path. And, he's already made millions of dollars. He's already changed the game in a business sense. And for Mike Tyson, hopefully this is it. Hopefully there's no more fighting for you.
Yeah.
And that's no more. You have a successful podcast. You got a weed company. You had your one-man show going around the country. I just hope this is it. And I wish him peace and happiness. Any final thoughts, Dan?
I do. But, by the way, well, one more thing. Did you ever play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out back in the day?
Yeah, with Glass Joe. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. You saw those memes where they thought when Jake Paul was a lot skinnier, they thought, oh, yeah, there's going to be a Glass Joe versus Mike Tyson fight. Well, turns out not.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was the first time I ever heard about Mike Tyson was by playing Punch-Out. And anyway, but my final thoughts, no, I said all there is to say about this one. So, Joe, do you have any final thoughts?
No, I said what I had to say. Jake Paul, look, pick a path, my friend, go down it, start fighting these, get 100%, fight some legit heavyweights, continue to fight them, and I would say in your next 10, 20 fights, you should focus on that if you want to try to be a legit heavyweight contender. And he definitely can fight for not having amateur experience, the guy, but this is where we're going to test your mettle. And for Mike Tyson, hey, you made some money, have a happy retirement. With that being said, folks,
please like, subscribe, share, bang the notification bell, as it helps us and hopefully it helps you too. Please follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter. And in the meantime, grab your independent mind and blaze.
ciao.